I'm out here at Narrow, right? I kid you not. I went in that bitch. I be out here like walking and shit, right? Y'all know me. And it'd be hot as fuck out here. So I'd be out here getting some water and shit. So I seen these two girls, and one of them was like mad cute. I liked her hair and shit. And there's this line that Hamza likes to say, like when he's like spinning at girls, he likes to say like he's attracted to them. And I like that because rather than like doing like the compliment frame, which is very good, but it can come off like simpy. But like the I'm attracted to you frame, like that is, I feel like that's just like when you state desire and you just let her react off of that, I feel like that's money, right? But I seen her in there, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of being a bitch, right? My heart started beating kind of fast, and I started getting a little scared, right? And so I walked out here, I was just like, I had like some of my stuff, I wanted to put some of my stuff down anyway, drink some of this water. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go back in there, I'm gonna walk up to her, I'm gonna tell her friend, she was with her friend, right? I'm gonna tell her friend, this is like basically what I always do if there's like two girls, I'll talk to the friend and I'll say like the line, I'll say like, I think your friend is cute, or I said, I'm very attracted to your friend, you mind if I spit at her, or whatever, right? And so it's basically like addressing the friend, so like she gives you the space to like get at the girl you actually want, you feel me? And I feel like that helps in terms of like it being awkward, because I know a lot of guys like, and when it comes to approaching like more like not just one girl, right? I've always had a lot of fear of like approaching groups or approaching like two girls, but especially if it's just two, I feel like it's actually, honestly, or even more, I feel like the telling the group or the friend what you want with their friend and then seeing how they react, because more often than not, I kid you not, I've did this like at least a handful of times. Every single time they've all just told me like, oh shit, that's up to her type shit, right? And so like they basically just like let me into the situation, right? You can just penetrate the situation just like that, right? Just by like, stating your desires, and then you like talk to her, right? Anyways, I'm looking at her like I'm in the conversation now, like friend moves to the side, I'm like, oh yeah, what's your name, right? And she looks kind of young to me actually, right? And so I ask her how old she is, like she asked me what's my name, I tell her blah blah blah, right? She tells me she's 23, right? I'm like, oh okay, well I'm 21. And she's like, okay, like I don't date guys younger than me. So I'm like, okay, so like I don't got a chance for nothing. She was like, nah. And I was like, well, I'm a mature guy, you know what I mean? I was thinking about saying, well, I'm like, well, my ex was 24. But anyways, actually she's 25 now, but I was thinking about saying that, but I wasn't really tripping on this. I don't really care that much. But she had told me, she was like, if I get played by like a 21-year-old, I'm gonna scream or some shit like that. I thought that was so funny. I was like, you know what? I can respect that. And so like her and her friend dipped off. They're actually literally like, I kid you not, they're sitting right in front of, like they're in the car in front of me. I thought they were gonna leave, but they haven't left yet. And afterwards I was just like feeling like that like rush and like the anxiety that like comes like with the hunt. Like when you're like approaching, like cold approaching. I'm not gonna lie, I've been missing that, bro. I haven't been on approaching much recently, just because I haven't been putting myself where women are. I'm not much. So, but man, it's like I just wanted to like tell that story and basically just drop this message, like, guys, like the thrill of the hunt, like the fear, like that like hit of fear, like that anxiety, that excitement. You know what I mean? Like that's actually always gonna be there. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think that's always gonna be there. Maybe if I got like 1,000 more reps in this bitch, it wouldn't be there, but I don't know, you know what I mean? that could be the case. After 1,000 more reps, maybe. But I've got a lot of reps, you know what I mean? I've approached like 200 girls. And it's like, I still, unless I'm like, I think it's when you're tuned. I think it's when you're rusty, you lose it, right? But it's like still, like that thrill is always, I don't know, I think it's always there, bro. And I think that's fucking sick, honestly. Like I want us to have like this like psycho mindset of like, yeah, we love the thrill, we love the hunt, bro, because it's like you're a masculine guy, bro. You want to hunt, you like being in the unknown, and so you like putting yourself in situations where it's like, oh man, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I'm gonna see if I can get what I can want. And the thing is, like, that's anxiety inducing and it's exciting right at the same time, bro. And I think we should just recognize that and be willing to hold that. My arm's getting mad tired. I'm about to put this bitch down. Yeah. Anyways, I'm about to dip. Actually, I'm enjoying this water. Tasty. Alright, I'm gonna stop yapping. The thrill of the hunt, baby. It's always there. It's never gonna go away. So stop letting it stop you in the first place, right? Stop letting it like stop you from moving your legs and talking to the girls that you desire. But two, always like kind of just like get excited about it. You know what I mean? Because it kind of feels like psychotically good. If you're the kind of guy like me, you know what I mean. It's like actually wait, this is a good example I can give real quick. Let me put this shit down. My fucking arm's tired. This is a good example I can give real quick. If you ever played like shooter games, right? Sports is actually a good example as well. But I played sports, but I wasn't like super comp. I was never like, I didn't care about like competitive team sports. That didn't get me going. Now you get me on some fucking sticks, tack shooters, strategy. What boy, I'm a fiend, bro. Too many hours on video games. Oh well. But if you ever like played like I'm gonna say the tack shooter example because that's my example. But if sports aligns to this as well, it's about like it's like the rush that comes from like trying to break through your opponent's barrier, right? Like if I'm trying to, say I'm playing like Rainbow Six Siege, and I'm like with my guys, we're like 4 or 5 stacking, right, whatever, and we're out here like strategizing, we're giving each other calls, we're out here making plays, we're winning duels, we're winning gunfights. It's like, bro, like the rush, regardless of if like you win the round, of if you win a gunfight, of if the call works, of if the play happens or not, it's like it still feels like amazing that like you're in it, you're going for it. You know what I mean? Like just like when you're playing the game, especially if you love if you actually love the game. That's the thing. You have to actually kind of fall in love with the game, and you should view like the approach and like. Honestly, I was just thinking about this earlier today, so I'll just say this. Understanding women and experiencing women should genuinely be like a priority in your life. Now, I'm not saying it should be the priority, because the priority in your life should always be your purpose, your mission, every time, right? But your self-mastery, your self-improvement, of course. Yes. Your purpose, your self-mastery, like why God put you here, yes. At the same time, if you're a masculine man who wants girls in your life, which you probably do, whether that's a lot like me or you want one, then you need to learn, like understand like female nature and like masculine feminine dynamics, intersexual dynamics, and you really need to like actually get experience with women. Like just knowing shit doesn't matter, and experiencing is great because you can just learn yourself, but a lot of guys will get experience without actually learning, and so like they'll have these experiences and then they'll just like have bad ones and they'll never like do anything well about it because they don't learn. You see what I'm saying? Like we need to just put them both together. So if women is just like having girls in your life like is something that you want, and you can be honest with yourself about that, like that's fine, guys. Like having girls in your life is fucking sick. Now don't get distracted by these girls, right? You can put attention and like investment into like, you know, like learning about them, into approaching, into, you know, like talking to girls that you like, but it shouldn't be where you're like stepping out of like your frame, your purpose, your mission. You know what I mean? Like I told you guys, I haven't really been approaching much recently because I haven't been in the environments to approach recently, because I haven't really been like doing much like social shit. You know what I mean? I wake up, I fucking work, I walk around, I learn shit, fucking read books, smoke, I like talk to my girls, I link up with, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like whatever. It's like I'm not putting myself in many social situations, and so it's like if I'm not like at like a store or something, then I'm not really around women. You see what I'm saying? But it's like when I am in those situations, you should capitalize, right? So like there are definitely times where I'm like for the past few days there have been girls at Panera that I could have approached that I haven't, right? Today was like the first time because I was kind of I've been allowing the fear to stop me, right? But I think you just have to recognize the fear's always going to be there more often than not, and that you should actually look to it to like kind of like get you excited. It's like it almost feels good, like even after you like go up to her and you get dubbed, like that shit still feels awesome. You see what I'm saying? I need you guys to have this mindset. This is really the frame. This is the mindset, bro. Rejection doesn't matter, guys. Like honestly, like it doesn't matter. Like These girls aren't rejecting you. They don't know you. They're rejecting some kind of perception of you based off of your physical appearance, based off what you said to them, whatever. That reflects really nothing of who you are. Now, if you got a lot of volume, some data, now if you approach like 100 girls, that would probably say something, right? And you like got maybe like 2 of them. Nah, if you approach 100 girls and you got 2 of them, those are bad numbers, bro. If you approach 100 girls, you should be able to at least get like 5 to 10. You know what I mean? Like even like, you know what I mean? Like chopped dudes can have like a 5-10% hit rate. You know what I mean? At least like on the approach to like number or IG conversion. You know what I mean? But it's like, damn, bro, we're talking about 2%. That's cooked, buddy. So it's like if you have enough data and you see that your numbers suck, okay, that tells you something. But like one girl rejecting you, that doesn't mean nothing, bro. Like you just shrug that off. You're just like, oh, okay, whatever. Or like, oh, whatever, I don't care anymore. Oh yeah, there's this other girl over there. Let me go talk to her. Oh yeah, wait, I forgot about my shawty over here. Let me like hit her up. Actually, don't hit her up. Let her hit you up. Anyways, I'm gonna stop yapping. Be in love with the thrill of the hunt, baby. Always.